Este año es un año muy especial para todos nosotros porque estamos celebrando nuestro 50 aniversario. Este colegio fue fundado en el año 68 por un grupo de padres que, digamos, se avanzó a los tiempos y estaba convencido de los beneficios de estudiar en lengua inglesa.
Nosotros entendemos que tenemos que empezar a trabajar por el final para cambiar el principio, de manera que hay muchas corrientes metodológicas que trabajan aspectos de la enseñanza importantísimos, desde la creatividad hasta el trabajo por proyectos, pero realmente si no evaluamos de una manera diferente, si el assessment no es diferente, seguramente la finalidad no tiene tanto sentido. Cambiar la evaluación va a hacer que todo el proceso de aprendizaje cambie.
Nos consideramos un colegio de aquí, con muchísimo énfasis en lengua inglesa, pero nos definimos como un colegio trilingüe. Además, buscamos la excelencia académica y, sin duda, la formación de la persona.
The idea came about because we had a few teachers who actually went to see him speak in Germany, and they came back full of ideas, full of kind of the idea that we have to change things that we're doing here. And so what happened was we started reading into Wiliam, reading into formative assessment, and we realised that actually the research shows that it's the most effective way of improving schools. It's the things that schools need to be doing if they want to have value for money and also really change things.
Precisamente el curso de Formative Assessment con el que iniciamos hoy el curso 2018-2019 forma parte de este espíritu de constante renovación y además del hecho de querer que nuestros profesores y otros profesionales invitados pudieran gozar de una personalidad tan importante como es la de Wiliam.
I think the research that we've been doing all over the world suggests that an effective school is nothing much more than a school full of effective teachers. And so the job of everybody in the school is to help each individual teacher in that school develop their practice. An effective school is just a collection full of vibrant, exciting classrooms where teachers are doing good work with students and students are engaged in their studies and their learning. What is clear from the research is that teaching is so difficult that one lifetime isn't enough to master it. So what is really important is not how good a teacher is. The really important thing is that every teacher is working to develop their practice. The idea is that every single teacher continues to get better for as long as they stay in the job. And that's why the job of leaders is to support that learning.
What we're doing is we're using this event as a starting point. This is a starting point for our teachers of understanding about formative assessment. But what we know is that teachers, normally what happens is they train to become a teacher and then they get put in the classroom, the door gets shut and that's it, and they don't improve. Now you wouldn't want that with a doctor, you wouldn't want that with other jobs.
Formative assessment is really very simple. It is just making sure that teachers are finding out what students are learning before they finish teaching so they can make adjustments. One teacher was telling me that she thought that the essence of formative assessment was making the students' voices louder and making the teachers' hearing better. It's about improving the communication between students and teachers so that what happens in classrooms fits better the learning needs of the students.
Y la finalidad tiene que ser que realmente el proceso de evaluación, el assessment, influya sobre el aprendizaje de los alumnos.
We can't stop professional development. People need to be continually improving and learning from the best in the world. So this is not something that's we've done it once and it's over. This is St. Paul's continually developing for the future to make sure that their teachers are the best that they can be.
The last 2 days have been an amazing experience working with Wiliam. I think mostly because it's given the school a chance to get together and discuss the whole of the idea of formative assessment as a whole school. And I think when looking at big important issues, it's really important to have all the staff members represented.
I'm very excited to be here because the input has been amazing from Dylan, and just being around other teachers sharing lots of good ideas and being at St. Paul's School is quite awesome.
I think what we expected from this is we know that with one event you can't change everything. That's not how learning works. But what we understand is that formative assessment is the most effective way of changing people's and teachers' practice. And so what we're doing is we're using this event as a starting point.
Estos 2 días con Wiliam en esta formación de workshop de los 2 días que hemos estado en St. Paul's es fantástica porque por un lado nos da la oportunidad de conocer profesionales y educadores y gentes relacionadas con la educación de otros países de Europa, también de otras partes de Barcelona, y es difícil a veces congeniar, no tanto, pero sí encontrarnos.
In terms for me, it's made me think about my own subject and how I can look at assessing it in slightly a different way from the way I've been assessing it at the moment.